Here are 5 NHS Ward Clerk interview questions and answers written by our expert interviewers from mockquestions.com. Question number 1. What do you enjoy most about working in healthcare? This question gives the interviewer some insight into what you enjoy about your job and working in healthcare. Respond with a genuine answer about your favorite part of the job and what keeps you coming back every day. I'm very extroverted and love interacting with others. I enjoy the administrative and support role and like to help others, including patients, family members, and colleagues. I love bringing positivity to the workplace and knowing I can make a difference in the lives of others each day. As a ward clerk, I feel like I can play a large part in the patient experience and be an ambassador of the NHS. I love that healthcare is always evolving and changing, and I enjoy learning and growing my skills as there are so many opportunities in this setting. Question number 2. How do you imagine a typical day as a ward clerk at the NHS? The interviewer asks this question to see if you just randomly applied for this job or if you've done your research and understand the role and responsibilities. Read the job description thoroughly and be able to give an overview of the tasks and duties you think you would perform in this role. From researching online and reviewing the job description carefully, I've learned there are several responsibilities or tasks required each day. I imagine that I'll be answering the phones and triaging calls, providing medical updates to patients' family members or friends, scheduling appointments, maintaining medical records, and working with the staff and GPs throughout the day. I envision this as a support role, so I expect to interact with other team members frequently to keep the ward operating smoothly. Question number 3. How do you effectively communicate with staff and patients? Because you are working with patients and other staff each day, you must be able to actively listen, clearly communicate messages via phone, face-to-face and email, and demonstrate compassion and empathy in your interactions while maintaining a friendly and respectful demeanor. Discuss your communication skills and how you use them in the workplace. First, I listen when others are talking and focus on their words and body language to understand how they feel. When responding, I speak with clarity to help the other person receive and understand what I'm saying. I maintain a respectful and friendly tone and an empathetic and compassionate. I also use the right communication medium for the conversation. For example, if I have a concern or issue to discuss with my manager, I choose a face-to-face meeting instead of sending a text or email, so that the tone and message are not lost in the text. Lastly, I keep an open mind when receiving feedback, as this keeps lines of communication open and allows for improvements to be made when necessary. Question number 4. How do you protect patient information? Demonstrate your understanding of the importance of protecting patient information and consider ways you ensure patient information is not left in public places or stored inappropriately. Give an overview of your experience in healthcare protecting this type of data and examples of ways you ensure patients' information is safe. Each day, I work with sensitive information as I have several responsibilities relating to patient records. I keep files with private patient information secure by locking them in my desk drawer if I leave my workstation, or by locking my computer when I'm away if I'm using electronic medical records or charting. Anytime I fax information to another office, I use a cover sheet and mark the document confidential to notify the office they need to protect the data they are receiving. When I receive a phone call from a friend or family member of a patient, I confirm they are authorized to receive such information. Question number 5. Tell me about a time you had to work with a difficult colleague or patient. Think about a time you had a challenging coworker or patient, and describe the situation and how you handled it, and include aspects of communication, interpersonal, and conflict resolution skills. At my previous job, one of my coworkers liked to play pranks and would often tell obnoxious or offensive jokes during the workday. These antics upset me and my colleagues and embarrassed them or distracted them from the work they were doing. It negatively impacted the mood and morale of the team, and it took a toll on the team's productivity. One day I asked the coworker to have lunch with me, and she asked why everyone seemed so upset. I explained that her pranks and jokes often offended or annoyed our coworkers. She genuinely seemed shocked and said it was just her personality to be playful and make the workplace fun. I suggested a few more constructive ways to engage the team and told her she could always suggest a monthly social hour to do a team building exercise. She was receptive to my suggestions, and we saw a change in her behavior as she stopped with the offensive jokes and pranks. I think it's important to confront a colleague professionally and kindly to give them a chance to realize their impact on others and an opportunity to correct their behavior. Preparing for your NHS Ward Clerk job interview will require more practice than these 5 interview questions. Head over to mockquestions.com and get 25 more questions and answers for your interview.